My soul is not for sale. This is my elegy to the stranglehold of the testicle tentacles of capitalism, my liberation anthem, my declaration of independence from all the oppressive systems that bank off selling us our shame stories. This one goes out to all the rape-wielding power mongers who ever had the nerve to tell me I needed a cosigner to be trusted with the lease to live my own, grace-filled, precious, and beautiful life. My soul is not for sale, not to a beauty industry whose currency is my disdain for my own beautiful body, whose exchange rate for self-esteem is a cost I am no longer willing to eat. Self-esteem itself becomes irrelevant as I root ever more deeply into the grace of self-compassion. My soul is not for sale, not to the first he who pays me the kind of attention which signals that I am good enough. I need not rely on some other's dingy human reflection to mirror what is the light inside. I feel my flame. I see my glow. My eyes are illuminated from the inside. My soul is not for sale, not to any healthcare conglomerate that reduces my humanity to the diagnosis that mines the insurer's deepest pocket, that would have me believe that my restoration to wholeness is contingent upon compliance with their care and treatment, instead of the tender, loving care of my own delightfully awakened spiritual presence. My soul is not for sale, not for $1 in the basket where I am bullied into reducing the sum of my uniqueness into the rigid identity of alcoholic. I do not need to walk lockstep with a recovery regime that would demand submission to fundamentalist directions for a spiritual awakening. I am waking up through the redemptive power of a love beyond human comprehension. My soul is not for sale, not to the taxing death march of capitalism's production line, its insistence on human doing over human being. I belligerently step out of line for the slaughterhouse of the spring of my spirited step and run into reclamation of my destiny as a beloved. My soul is not for sale, not to a corporation that has the audacity to label its product, but not its people, with great value. I choose saving lives over saving money. The blinders on the eyes of my heart have been rolled back, and I am free to love. This loving is the living, no betterment required. My soul is not for sale, not to Sunday's collection plate filling up with funding for the perversion that is a Western capitalized Christianity, comprised of those whose identification as God's chosen people gives them the right to decide whose lives matter. My faith stands strongly in opposition to the fascist insertion of the myth of the American dream into a gospel of the freedom of pure grace.